215 bodies found in unmarked graves behind Mississippi jail. Now, that's a descriptive title, but I'm going to read this other article. 215 bodies found buried behind Jackson, Mississippi jail. Alarmed over the discovery of 215 multiracial bodies found buried in a pauper cemetery behind the Hinds County, Mississippi jail, Reverend Hosea Hines, senior pastor of the Christ Tabernacle Church and the national leader of a New Day Coalition for Equity and Black America, joined attorney Ben Crump in calling for an investigation. Some relatives of those found buried behind the jail simply thought they were missing. They object to having to pay a fee for the removal of their loved ones' remains that are needed for a proper burial. At a press conference held on December 20th at the Stronger Hope Baptist Church in Jackson, Mississippi, Crump was joined by relatives of 3 of the deceased men. Each of the women held pictures of their loved ones. Gretchen Hankins, who is white, held a picture of her son, Jonathan Hankins, 39. Mary Moore Glenn, a black woman, held a picture of her son, Mario Moore, 40, and Betterstem Wade held a photo of her son, Dexter Wade, 37. They were shocked to learn their relatives had been buried behind the jail. Crump and his co-counsel, Dennis Sweet, are demanding to know why officials failed to investigate their deaths and did not try to find the next of kin, as opposed to burying them in a pauper's grave near a dirt road by the jail work farm. Their grave sites were reportedly marked with a metal rod and a number. People all across America are scratching their heads in disbelief, including myself, about what's happening in Jackson, Mississippi with this pauper's graveyard, said Crump. It went from talking about the water that was non-existent or contaminated to now we're talking about the graveyard. What is going on in Jackson, Mississippi? This is what Reverend Hines wants to know as well. In an interview with the Chicago Crusader, Hines said, "It really saddens my heart to know that their relatives went that long, some over a year, not knowing if their loved ones were dead or alive, and then coming to the realization that they had been buried in a pauper's grave behind a jailhouse," Hines said. "If they had been properly notified, they would have been able to pay their proper respects." He also said he does not know if the deaths of the 215 people were acts of racism, prejudice, or bigotry. He is also investigating the causes of their deaths. You can continue on the Chicago Crusader.